It's an awesome looking ship, though. You know, Zero G does a really good job with his ships, and I'm loving the look of it. It's very cool. It does definitely look like a troop transport ship too. Welcome back, everybody, to Empyrion Galactic Survival Alpha 12.1. I'm anoldguygaming, and we are going to take the newly designed Pharaoh for a test flight today, and maybe even see if we can mix it up with the Zirax a little bit. Okay, so I spent a couple hours off camera making some changes around the base and making some changes to the Pharaoh. Now, the thing I want you guys to understand is that as soon as we hit level 20, we can get tier 4, CPU tier 4, which is right here. Okay. So what I have done is going to get us by until we hit level 20. It's not perfect, but it'll work. So let's go up and take a look at it. I have this weird shit going on with these blocks where I couldn't get a couple of blocks in here, and I don't even know why that's damaged. That's weird. Okay. Anyway, yeah, if I let's go to output. Yeah, I know I'm taking damage, but it's minimal, so stupid hail. Such a pain in the ass. If I try and put a block in here, it doesn't work. It won't let me put a block in here for I don't know. I can't explain it. And I have the same problem over here too. So in both cases, we can't put a block in there. There's nothing in there, as you can see. Nothing visible in there, I should say. But apparently the game thinks there's something in there, and therefore it won't let us do that. Anyway, enough about that. Okay, so let's see. Where do we start? If you guys remember, in this ship, there were several doors and some seats, and this is the passenger compartment. I took all that stuff out, okay? Because first of all, remember, this is a single player game, so we don't need multiple seats because I'm the only one here. And it didn't make sense for me to have to walk through, you know, let's see, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 3 different doors just to get up to the cockpit. And not to mention the fact that those doors were taking up some CPU anyway. So we pulled those out. In these little shutters here on both sides, he had 4 controllers. He had an input and an output for teal and one for orange. And then in the floor, kind of off to the side on both sides, he had 2 separate constructors. Constructors use quite a bit of CPU. I don't need those. And so I took all that shit out, and I put in 1 ammo controller and a bunch of extensions. Now, the extensions that you see here are not just what's here on the floor, but they also go beneath the ship too. So we have a total of 3645 volume. Okay. And if you guys didn't already know this, an ammo controller can work as a controller for anything. So except for ore, but we're not going to be mining for this with this ship anyway. So basically, yeah. So an ammo controller does the same exact job as a container controller. It can you know, it holds ammo, but it can hold everything else too. So there's no point on a small vessel, or at least, you know, with this particular small vessel, to have a separate controller. So we have 1 controller. It's an ammo controller. It has ammo in it, and it has everything else in it. Now, I do have a mobile constructor with me, but I don't have it attached. So the idea here is that if I need to use this, like, let's say, you know, we're out and about and we're really low on fuel or something, and we have some extra promethium, like maybe we got it from the moon or whatever, you know, I could put this down temporarily, make whatever I need to make, and then pick it back up. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now, as you can see, I do have a hull shield generator that I put in here. Now, in this little closet here, there was like there were 3 oxygen tanks and 3 refrigerators. I pulled all that shit out. We don't need any of it. Having a refrigerator is useful, but I mean, I'm just not sure if we need one. I guess, you know, one thing. Let's do this. Let's heal up here. So I should have some small vessel fridges. Yeah, so that uses 30 CPU. You know what? We can probably afford... No, I guess we're already connected anyway, so we could probably afford to put one of those in, because it would be good to have one fridge, you know, to put any meat and that sort of thing that we find in. Okay, so let's go back up. You can see also too that I put in an elevator here, and I put in a pad up above, and I kind of, you know, made a little bit more room over here so I could just park the hover vessel off to the corner. So those are some other changes that we made. Made a little section to park the wyvern here, so he'll stay there, she'll stay there, whatever. Okay, so let's get back to the ship. Now we're gonna go ahead and make these. We're gonna put some textures on these. I just wanted to leave them, you know, with the normal texture for now, just so you could kind of see what we were doing. You could even just do that too. Yeah, let's run with that. Okay, so that works. Okay, so we've got this the shield, whole shield, and we pulled out all the chairs, or the seats rather. We pulled out all the doors in the place. We pulled out all the constructors and all of the storage bins that we had, and just, you know, we're gonna go with one ammo controller. Now we also, the ship came with 4 Gatling guns. And so, is it still hailing out? Jeez Louise. Frickin' hail. I hate this planet. I really hate this planet. See, we take damage and we're still under the ship. That's bullshit. That's pure bullshit. Oh, by the way, we did get attacked by the Zirax, but it was just 3 drones that came in. And of course, our cannon spanked the shit out of them. So, I wasn't in a place at that moment to start the... you know, start the camera anyway, so... But yeah, all it was 3 drones. Our cannons took them out. It was no big deal. We did get, like, a couple of flux coils off of them, though. I didn't change any of the thrusters on the ship, because I really like the way that it performs, and its maneuverability. So I tried to leave all that intact. But, in here, where you see these shutters, he had... 2 Gatlings on this side and 2 Gatlings on the other side. And so I took those out, and what I did instead was I put 2 rocket launchers, and these are T1 rocket launchers because we need Zascosium, you know, Zascosium alloy in particular. We need 50 to make 2 of the T2 rockets. So I have enough points in terms of XP and skill to make them, but I don't have the Zascosium. So what I'm going to do for the moment is I'm just going to put 2 T1 rocket launchers in here. And, you know, with a little bit of careful aiming, we can take out drones with those. And, of course, we can also take out turrets on bases. So, you know, the armaments on the ship are a little bit on the light side overall. But we have to, you know, we had to make some concessions to keep our CPU from dropping, you know, too low. So the question now is that you're probably wondering, okay, what is the CPU? So the CPU is at 89%. So it's 11%, you know, below 100%. But I think that that's acceptable. I think we can work with that until I hit level 20. Now, once I hit level 20, then, you know, we'll upgrade this thing to a tier 4, and then we'll have lots of CPU to play with, and we'll add, you know, we'll add more weapons to it. We'll add Gatling guns to it. And, you know, we'll have a lot, just basically we'll have a lot more CPU to play with. Okay, but I think, you know, if we can just get by with what we... Excuse me, I'm trying to talk to the people here. Jeez Louise, that was loud. Anyway, if we can get by with this until I hit level 20, I think we'll be okay. Because think about it, guys. We have warp capability, and we have a shield generator on the ship, and 2 rocket launchers. And yeah, it's not gonna operate at 100% efficiency, but I think we can live with 89% until, you know, we can get to that tier 4. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I don't have anything specific planned for the rest of the episode, except for that I'd like to, you know, kind of test out our new ship with the shields and all that sort of thing. Excuse me. So, as you can see, the The Pharaoh has, it's got fuel, it's got extra O2, some extra Pentax. So we have 240 rockets. So basically that gives us 120 shots in total because we have 2. And so what we might end up doing is there's some Zirax territory over here, and we have a shitload more of territory that we need to still uncover on this planet too. So what I'm thinking about doing is going in and messing with the Zirax a little bit, maybe going up to their territory here and seeing if we can, potentially take out one of their POIs with our rockets. It's going to take, a little bit more effort to do that because we only have 2 rockets, but we also have shields too. So, if we can just, try and attack them strategically, we might make it happen. So I think that's what we're going to do, guys. I think that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and I got 70 cliff bars on my toolbar, so we're good to go there. Now I do have on the Pharaoh, I do have a armor locker. And on that armor locker, or in that armor locker rather, let's go ahead and make sure we group everything. And if I really wanted to, I mean, there's a bunch of LCDs on here that I could remove. There's a bunch of doors. If we look at the CPU list, he's got a bunch of retractable ramps on here, that we could take off if we wanted to try and get closer to 100%. And normally I would do that, but here's the thing. I just want to get to level 20 so that we can upgrade this to a level 4 ship, and then I don't have to take any of that stuff off. I want to try and keep aside from the passenger, because this is supposed to be a passenger ship, a troop ship, aside from that part of it, I want to keep the ship intact as much as possible. So once we get to tier 4, then we have lots more room to play with the ship itself. Anyway, what I was looking at is, let's go back into the P menu for a second. And we have an armor locker, and in the armor locker I put an extra set of armor. Here we go. So we have an extra set of armor, and I've got an extra armor insulation and a radiation protection boost. And I'm actually going to put 2 temperature boosts in it, because if we decide to go, close to the sun where it's going to be hotter, at least I assume that'll be that way in vanilla. It certainly is in Project Eden. We have options here for changing up our protection. It's very late at night, guys. I'm kind of tired, so just bear with me. I'm a little bit rummy, but we'll get through it. Okay, so guys, I think we're ready to go. Let's go ahead and hop in our cockpit here. I want to load the rockets, and let's take off. This ship handles really nice. I mean, look at the turning on it. It's just super, super good. It's got decent roll for, for a big small vessel, but super maneuverable. I mean, so maneuverable that I could, again, another option I could potentially consider doing is, taking some of the RCSs out of it to get some more CPU back. But let's just see how it does, performing at 89% until we, see if it just gets us by until we get to level 20. And then after that, we'll be fine. Okay, so we need to go to the northwest to get up to that Zirax territory. It's an awesome looking ship though. Zero G does a really good job with his ships, and I'm loving the look of it. It's very cool. It does definitely look like a troop transport ship too. Super awesome. Let's get out a little bit this way. Handles beautifully. And that's why, another thing I could have done, and I thought about this, is that the reverse thrusters are actually afterburner rockets. They're the Tech 2 rockets. We don't really need those on there. So, I mean, I could take those off and put, the normal thrusters, for the reverse thrust, and that would get us some CPU back too. But I'll only do that sort of thing. I'll only make further modifications to this if I decide that 89% CPU efficiency is not working for us. If we can get it to, you know, if we can just get by until I get to level 20, you know, then that way, you know, I can keep the ship mostly intact and I don't have to, you know, make modifications to it that I don't really want to. Isn't it an awesome looking ship though? I don't think Zero G probably watches my videos, but if you do, dude, good job, man. You did a fantastic job on this ship. It looks great. Oh, look at that, a planetary vessel. What do you know? That might be a little tough to take out with just rockets, but it's not impossible. Not impossible. Wow, that's the first time I've seen that. I had no idea there was a planetary vessel on here. We should probably put our shields on. What do you think? Let's put our shields on. We don't need to worry about pressurizing the cabin right now. We'll put some lights on too, I guess. Well, actually, you know what? We don't really need to do that. Whoa. Yeah, let's turn the lights off for the moment. Wow, okay, planetary vessel. Let's wait for our shields to fully come online. Are they online now? Yes, they are. Okay. I guess it shows me that on the right-hand side of my toolbar. That thing's actually gaining altitude and trying to come after us. I'm trying to remember where the weapons are on this. Well, here, let's go ahead and see what we can do with this thing. Rados patrol vessel. What we're gonna need to do... Okay, so it's shooting at us. With a laser. So, can we find that laser turret and shoot it? We don't have homing rockets on here. Oh, shit. Our shields went down quicker than I was expecting. Let's get away from that thing. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, we're in space. Okay. What if we get, like, right over the top of it? I've never seen these things climb so high. It's interesting. Oh, there goes the shield. There goes the shield. Okay, run away. Oh, man, I'm not used to that shield going down so quickly. Okay, let's oh, no. Okay, we can see his plasma cannons. We have to lead our shots a little bit because these aren't homing rockets. Okay, we got one of his plasmas. Okay, we got the other plasma. Okay. All right, so we took out 3 of his plasma cannons. All right, now he still has some laser turrets that we got to take out too. Wow, he is really high. I have never seen them do that before. That must be a new thing for Alpha 12. Because usually they stay really close to, you know, to the surface of the planet. How interesting. I mean, you know, we could start working on trying to take his turrets out, but I'd like to get... I'm sorry, his thrusters out, but I'd like to get the rest of his turrets out first if we can. Are we below this guy or above him? I think we're below him, actually. Okay, there's the... Oh, gosh, dang it. That sucks. Okay, I want to try and get his... Jeez. Oh, this is frustrating. We are like right on the edge of the atmospheric entry here. That makes it kind of hard to do what we need to do. Well, maybe we should start working on his thrusters then. So it looks like these are his main thrusters here. Let's start blowing those up. Okay, I took that one out. Let's get this one. He doesn't seem to be reversing, so let's not worry about taking out his reverse thrusters. I want to get the rest of his weapons taken out first. So, let's see. We have full shields. Okay, so we took his laser turret out. I think we've taken his teeth off, man. I don't think he has any more, I don't think he has any more weapons. Well, he's on his side, too, which is really interesting. So let's take out these thrusters here that would, that are supposedly holding them up in the air. Okay, well, anyway, we definitely removed this threat. I don't know if I want to keep wasting rockets on him because he's not falling like he should be. And, you know, we can't do anything with him on the planet unless he falls back down. But we certainly don't have to worry about him anymore. So, all right, let's go back down to the surface here and see what the Zirax have going on. Or, okay, they got a shitload of drones. And let's see. Do we know what this POI is here? Okay. Okay, well, let's start getting descending a little bit. We don't want to get too far or too close to these buildings, though, because they're gonna shoot at us, and our shields don't last that long. This is gonna be a plasma gun tower here, so let's see if we can take it out first. See, our rocket range is 3,500 meters. Really? 3,500 meters? Are you shitting me? That doesn't seem right. No, they're only 266 meters. I don't know why it was saying 3,500 earlier. All right, well, let's see if we can take this guy out without the rest of them shooting at us. I wonder why my ship is flashing like crazy. Here, let's turn the damn lights all the way off. Okay. So we have to get within 266 meters of this tower. Okay, I think we got it. Nice. Okay, we got a bunch of drones around. Let's deal with them next. Just have to lead our shot a little bit on these guys. Okay, that takes care of him. Alright, so far so good. We're definitely taking the fight to the Zirax here. That's a really small territory. They usually have a lot bigger territory than that. Okay, so we have a drone base there. We already know pretty much what that's all about because we did an abandoned one earlier. So let's see if we can get close enough to do something about it. Because if we can kill their drone base, then they won't attack us anymore on this planet. At least that's the theory, anyway. Oh, shit. Okay. Taking some hits there. Oh, man, we're out of time. We're having too much fun. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's go back this way. Let's land near this tower and see if there's anything we can loot from it. We have to keep our eyes, or keep lookout for drones, though. So the thing is if we get down here... Oh, there's a sentry gun shooting at us. Okay. It's a little bit risky to try and do something right now because of all the drones that are around. But if they just... most of them are like just kind of patrolling around the drone base. And I don't know if this thing has any, you know, any good loot in it anyway. But we should probably check it out and see. Does it have a door? It's got another sentry on that side. Oh, my camera's getting all weird. Yeah, there's a door there. Alright, so we've got full shields. So we're just gonna sit right here and investigate this place really quick. There's a core there. And a loot crate. And a Jenny. Core, loot crate, and a Jenny, and a fuel tank, and an O2 tank. That's not a real spectacular loot crate either. Alright, let's go take a look and see if there's any drones coming this way. Doesn't look like it. Looks like they're all staying, just kind of patrolling around the drone base or whatever. Okay. Alright, that's pretty decent stuff. Alright, guys, well, I think the maiden voyage of the Pharaoh, we're gonna have to rename this because it's no longer the original Pharaoh. I was thinking about naming it the Pharaoh S. S as in survival. Because we've kind of, you know, made it work for, or for single player. You know, either one of those could work. because we've kind of modified it for a single-player survival game kind of thing. I think it's time to wrap things up. So I'm not sure what's going to happen in the next episode, but we're probably going to go ahead and start totally overpowered in the next episode. That's what I kind of have planned. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next episode. Bye-bye.